Polymarket's daily trading volume averages $71 million. Let's break down how people actually earn here. It's a prediction market where users buy positions on the outcomes of real events, and each position's price reflects the market's current estimate of that probability.
The homepage runs markets at once across politics, economics, sports, and world events. Ships through the Strait of Hormuz, a possible Russia-Ukraine ceasefire, a match result. Quotes shift with the news, demand, and real trades.
There are also markets on the direction of crypto prices. You can earn on these too, and I'll show you how these markets are built. A short market locks in Bitcoin's starting price, the price to beat. When the timer ends, the system compares it with the final price. If the price is higher or equal, the upside wins. If it's lower, down wins. After expiry, settlement happens automatically.
In the crypto section, 5 and 15-minute markets run around the clock for Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, and XRP. Each interval has its own starting price and timer. You pick an asset, open the current round, and watch which side the market favors. Rounds launch back-to-back, so once one settles, the next begins almost immediately.
But by hand, this becomes a constant race. You track the timer, the up and down prices, the liquidity, and the order book depth all at once. Add several assets and 2 time frames, and you have too many tabs. While you check one order, the other side's quote may already move. So you recalculate the combined price, watch each fill, and skip the entry if conditions worsen. One missed order changes the whole position. This repetitive work is exactly what to hand to automation, while you keep control of your capital.
Before PolyGate, I tried predicting events, copying profitable wallets, and writing my own bots for weather and other markets. Sometimes individual trades worked out, but over the medium run, these approaches led to losing capital. A few weeks ago, I started testing PolyGate as a more systematic approach. I place funds in a single pool, and agents automatically find suitable markets, submit orders, and record fills. On screen, you can see 4 crypto markets working and the history of operations. I started with a small amount to first verify the whole cycle. Right now, the account shows more than $13,800. Next to it are the balance chart, the available funds, and the recent results. But what matters to me isn't one number, it's the full history. Deposits, moving funds into the pool, daily earnings, and completed withdrawals. So next, I'll show the whole path by date, not just a nice final screen. On June 11th, I made my first test deposit, about $500. First, I checked the completed transaction in the history, then moved that amount from the balance into the trading pool. After allocation, the agents connected automatically, and the capital appeared in the control panel. At this stage, I was testing the mechanics, watching the first markets, and not chasing a big result. The first completed earnings appeared in the history, $2, $3, and another $3. Small amounts, but each entry shows a date, a status, and a result. Meanwhile, the active markets and the pool balance kept updating. That's how I confirmed the agent's work, and that earnings show up consistently in the account. Then I checked the main thing. Whether you can really withdraw. On June 22nd, I returned $537 from the pool. The funds arrived, and the record stayed in the history. So the first full cycle closed. Deposit, pool, earnings, and withdrawal. Only after a successful withdrawal did I increase the working amount. The next deposit was $12,000, after which the capital was again placed in the same pool. On screen, the operation is marked completed, the total balance updated, and the 4 agents kept working, now with a larger volume. After the $12,000 deposit, the results by day were $79, $162, $113, $85, and $92. Under each column is the date and the percent of the allocated capital. The columns are arranged by date, not by size. The most notable result in this series is $162. Earnings change every day and are not a fixed rate. I checked access to my capital more than once. The history shows a completed withdrawal of $520 and later another of $1,220, both with amounts, dates, and completed statuses. After each one, the balance updated, the account kept working, and new earnings appeared again. The money was never locked inside the pool. Now the mechanics themselves.
If a yes position can be bought for 48 cents and no for 49, the combined cost of both sides is 97 cents. On the diagram, you see it as two orders and their combined price. At settlement, one of the sides is worth $1. That 3-cent difference is the gross spread, before fees, slippage, and liquidity limits. But the formula only works if both sides actually fill. If the second quote has risen, the combined price can already exceed $1. Here, the agent rechecks the order book, recalculates, and skips the trade. The goal isn't to enter at any cost, but to wait for a real spread, confirm liquidity, then place the orders.
Here's a direct recording of the work. On the left is the bot session log, on the right, the trade history on Polymarket. The rows match by market, time, side, and the sequence of fills. You can see the whole chain from order to history entry, and for me, that's more convincing than a single profit card.
In the terminal, the same process runs in parallel for Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, and XRP. For each asset, you see separate orders, prices, and executed operations. New records appear automatically while the agents are active. I don't need to keep every market open and switch between them by hand. I come back later and check the result in the account's overall history. Control of the funds stays with me. The panel shows how much capital is available and how much is allocated. You can add money to the pool or return it to your balance. For a withdrawal, I choose the asset, network, address, and amount. Then confirm. I decide when to add, reduce, or withdraw everything.
Even with automated trading, I keep checking completed operations, the balance, daily earnings, and withdrawal statuses, all on one screen, so any change is easy to spot. Automation removes the repetitive order work, but account control stays with the user. So start a new cycle small, watch the history, and first verify a real withdrawal. Separately, PolyGate runs a points program. Points are earned for daily activity, for streaks, and for completing tasks ahead of a planned token event. The page shows your total points balance, your current streak, and your task progress. It's an extra mechanic, but the main result I still judge by the history of real operations.
For creators and communities, there's a 3-level referral program. In the dashboard, you see the levels, the invited users, and the earnings. And new users who register through the link and make a first deposit can get $10 in bonus balance. The link will be on screen, but it's still better to start small and test a withdrawal yourself. Over the time I've spent in the project, the account history has already earned around $3,000, and earnings keep coming in. The final screen shows the current balance and the recent results. If you want to check PolyGate yourself, open the link or scan the QR code. Register, start with a comfortable amount, and first go through the full cycle, from deposit to withdrawal.